Hey there! Doc back with more Mega Man 3 Special Weapons Run. Well, we're halfway through the Robot Masters, so let's continue. Shadow Man! This is a good weapon to have. Shadow Blade. But, it's going to be a little bit tricky getting to it. I love the aesthetic of this stage. I really like the lava. The problem is, what in the world does it have to do with shadows? There's Gemini Laser in action. As you can see, 2 shots already took out 1/7 of my energy. That's why I don't like it that much. I can't do enough with it. Top spin. I can do more with that, but not against you. There's a lot of weapon switching in this one. It's not gonna be it's not a game where I can just like spam Metal Blade. You're gonna need different weapons. You're gonna need to use a lot of different weapons for a lot of different purposes. Proto Man, why are you attacking us? What have we done to you besides shot you full of needles? Here's one of the enemies that Search Snake really likes. 3 shots and they're down. They crawl along the ground, Search Snake crawls along the ground. It's a perfect match. Not so perfect. Those things. I'll hit them where I can, but that's not always going to be possible. They could have been really cruel with those hologram generators. I like to call them shadow generators because they don't really generate that much of a hologram. They could have been really cruel in this area, but they aren't. This is no pits, so you don't really need to worry about falling in anywhere. Search Snake is still good for the enemies, though, so I'm just going to keep using it. Plus, I don't need it against Shadow Man. You would think that Search Snake would be good against those, but it doesn't even touch them. Thus, top spin to the rescue. How many people won't say that even if they were paid? Yeah, I like top spin. I don't think it's the best weapon. I know it has its flaws. I like it. I don't care who knows it. Top spin is good against these enemies too, but you have to be careful because it can knock you into pits. But, I mean, kind of, your alternative is almost nothing, because the other best weapon to use against them, Shadow Blade. I don't have that yet. As long as you're careful, you're not going to have trouble with top spin. That, I think, is one of the problems people have with it. They don't want to be careful. They want to be reckless. But, I'm careful, so... Who put the dragonfly there? Haven't we seen enough of those already? Oh hey, guess what we need to keep? Top spin! Because that is Shadow Man's weakness. Here I have to be really careful, because it's easy to run out if you screw up. See, I kept using it when I was invincible, and that runs you out quickly. But the key is to tap and let go as fast as possible. Do as little as possible to sustain it, and you won't run out of energy too quickly. For defeating Shadow Man, we get Shadow Blade. Can it be useful? Sure it can. The Shadow Blade is the directional weapon of the game. You can shoot it in most directions. I don't think every direction, but enough of them that it's still useful. It's not as good as Metal Blade, it's less powerful, and it's got a more limited range. But, you know, as I said before, directional firing is always a good thing. See, we can take that guy out without having to worry. What you can't do is fire it downwards. That's why you don't get all directions. Fortunately, we have enough weapons that can take care of enemies below us. I'm going to keep Shadow Blade through this because it's the best for this area. These guys will fire when they get right above you, so it's best to preempt them. And I didn't do a good job of that there, but we're fine. Hammer Joes. They don't respond to snakes at all. They do respond to Gemini Laser, though. 2 hits and they're down. That's better than some enemies. I typically rush jet through a section like this, so that's what I'm going to do. As you can see, we have Rush Marine as well. That we also got from Shadow Man. Yeah, I mean, I could do this, but let's just be safe. Let's be safe through here, too. You can't destroy those things, and they have a nasty habit of firing even when you least expect it, even when they give you your kind of a signal. But Shadow Blade travels across about a third of the screen. The limited range aspect of it isn't really too big of a problem to me. For one, the range is long enough that it usually takes out anything you're targeting. And most enemies that are that far away aren't really a problem anyway. So, I'm not too worried about the distance aspect. Alright, what do we have here? A long bottomless pit? Well then. Good times. There's not going to be much to fire at through here. There's not worth... These blocks can be destroyed, but it's just not worth it. The time it takes to destroy one, you'll basically have lost your chance to get past cleanly anyway. Nice restoration point. Another spot where I'm going to use Rush Jet. This one, I don't even want to mess with it. Those nuts and bolts enemies, they are too much trouble to deal with when you're trying to also go along platforms. Platforms that rise up and send you into spikes. It's just, there is way too much opportunity to be knocked into the pits or miss your jump and go into the spikes. It's not worth it. Sparkman! Why can't your weapon be as good as it is here? Sparkman goes down pretty quickly as well. For defeating Sparkman, we get Spark Shot. Ugh. This weapon that's shockingly bad. Don't look at me like that, Mega Man. That wasn't that bad a joke. Oh, okay. It was. That was an awful joke, I know. But, in fairness, the Spark Shot just isn't really that good. I just don't elect to use it that often. It does no damage! It's barely a weapon in the first place. It freezes enemies in place, like the Ice Slasher, but you can't even switch your weapons to take out the enemy, and only one enemy can be frozen at a time. It's... People complain about Topspin, but one of the worst weapons in the series is in the same game. I don't get it. But that's for another time. Until then, this is Doc. I'll see you later.